not a big book, something you can deal with over tea. A couple of hours, you can read it. But in that book, I take a look at some very powerful women who had to deal with some things in their life, had to go through some things. Women in historical times, women now, the powerful woman you saw at the beginning of this rally today, quote her as well. And I couple that with scripture. Because I believe if you hold to that, again, nothing will prevail against you if you hold on to it. So it's just an encouraging read for you. I really do believe that we have what's in us to make a change. Now, I want to encourage you with something. We still have vendors here. When you've enjoyed our rally and you've purchased merchandise, do something, particularly before Tuesday. You go find a couple of people who you don't think necessarily share your ideals. Go ahead and be a light and share that with them, because I'll tell you, ladies, there's more people who believe the same way than you do. We just have to talk it and remind them of God, family, and country. If they hold to those principles, they'll think twice when they go to that voting booth and stand strong for America. Would you take me up on that? Would you go share that with someone? Thank you so much, West Virginia. Thank you again for supporting Tea Party Express. God bless you.
Thank you, Selena. I just want to look directly in the cameras and give a shout out to our live audience that's watching us on teapartyexpress.org live. Compliments of Tea Party HD. We really appreciate y'all tuning in. Let's give it up for the TV audience. Woo! We have had over 1 million people to follow us live online, watching us, listening to the message, and being encouraged. Now, I'm going to share with you a thought on my mind, but before I do, it's time for a commercial break. It's nothing like good old-fashioned capitalism, you know? We don't need Obama's stimulus money because we're innovative, we're creative, and we want to give you something for helping us. Is that all right? Yeah. First of all, if you've gotten a journal, just wave it up in the air. If you've already gotten your journal, hold it up. Look at that. Wonderful. Thank you so much for your support. Now, don't forget, if you got one of these journals, go up to the table and get our first journal for free. That's right. So if you hadn't got a journal, be sure you pick one up. It supports what we do. Now, didn't you all enjoy Debbie Lee? Wasn't that a touching story? This lady is truly a champion. She's truly a Gold Star mom. She contributes to this book called Battlefield and Blessings. She would love to sign this specifically to you for supporting what she's doing and reaching and touching so many lives of those who've served our country. The Constitution, do you adore and respect the Constitution? Never in our history is it time to really understand it. Well, the Constitution is not always easy to understand. That's why my caller's written a book called The Constitution Made Easy. You lay it on the kitchen table, it lays flat, the original content and then the made easy content side by side. A great read, wonderful Christmas present, and the booth is right up there. Lloyd Marcus, let's give it up for him. Let me tell you, Lloyd is not only a singer, a songwriter, a blogger, but he has his first book out called Confessions of a Black Conservative, How the Left Has Shattered the Dreams of Dr. Martin Luther King. It's forwarded by Michelle Malkin. The book will truly be a blessing to you. And then we have Diana Nagy, her wonderful CD, You Will Truly Be Blessed and Inspired. Now, it's a great opportunity for you all to walk right up there and do a lot of your Christmas shopping. So get with it, all right? So that's all I have to say about commercials. Okay, commercial is over. I like microphones, okay. I want to share a thought with you, and that thought is in a word called foundations. When I see the buildings standing tall and I see the bridge consistent, when you go on that bridge, you don't think if it can hold you. I'm sure you all have crossed that bridge many times, because what's important about that bridge, it's not what it looks like on top. What's important about it is the foundation that's on the bottom. And they had to be sure when they went deep, they went to the rock. And nothing can replace the rock. And I believe that America is founded upon some foundations that are solid. That's why when you look back in history, you can't help but come across much of the inspirations of our founding fathers was rooted in Christianity. You can't get a better foundation. But the beautiful part about our Constitution is, if you didn't want to get spiritual, you could just use natural reasoning. Isn't that amazing? You could just use natural reasoning, because natural reasoning was a tremendous part of how our fathers shape our Constitution. Just a standard of morality and foundations. You don't have to be deep to understand if a person doesn't have money, you should stop spending it. So why can't our government get it? Foundations. Quit digging us into debt. Just take a look at foundations. If you don't have it, you don't look to your son and say, well, let me go borrow from a neighbor. Son, I don't have it. You're not getting it. So Obama and our current administration needs to realize something about foundations. If we don't have it, we need to stop spending. As we look forward from where we are today, we need to constantly reaffirm foundations. And I believe come November 2nd, we're going to think about foundations. And when we go into that voting booth and experience liberty at the ballot box, reflect on foundations. And you can share this principle with anyone, because it doesn't matter if you, just like politics was rapping, we don't care if you're a D, we don't care if you are R. What matters is our Constitution, and foundations is at the root of that. So I encourage you today, when you go to vote, don't just go by yourself. Take the bedrock consistent friend of foundations and share this with somebody else. It doesn't matter what side they're on. Say, think foundations. And I believe as we do, we will see America come back to the place from what she's came. And that's returning to the foundations that our forefathers had in mind. My wife and I want to encourage you to keep pressing forward. Never give up. Never sell out. Stand strong, because the God who brought America is the same God that will keep America. God bless you. In 2008, I wrote a book called Obama, Why Black America Should Have Doubts. I believe this book will be a blessing to you, because it just goes to show you never give up your principles for pigmentation, and never compromise your foundation.